It's Comics and Cosmetics Live! What is up, nerds? How's it going, guys? It is our Acolyte Season 1. Only season? Who knows? Acolyte Season 1, Episode 3, Watch Party. I do not know where my guest is. He was in the chat, chatting, as you do in chats. But I have not heard back from him. So, here we are. Here I am. And in 15 minutes, the third episode of The Acolyte is going to drop. And guys, no matter how you slice it across the board, no matter what side of the fence, if you even consider yourself recognizing a fence in the Star Wars community, no matter what, this episode is sure to be very popular to talk about on social media, to talk about, to rant about, to complain about it, what have you. The Acolyte is this episode is going to be quite crazy. So, Will is having issues. He is having issues with the mic blocking. So, give me 2 seconds. Let me just explain to him. I don't know if he's watching and can hear me, but make sure you have everything else turned off. Like, you don't have any other software that uses microphones or cameras. You make sure those are turned off. You may have a blocker, an ad blocker, or VPN blocking that. Sometimes that happens. Okay, and so let's hear, guys. Let's hear it in the chat. What are your expectations, if any, for this episode? Myself, I've had some second thoughts about a few things I noticed about the last 2 episodes. First and foremost, and if you follow me on Twitter and all social media, then you probably have seen me say this. I thought Yord was very arrogant at first, very vain, very arrogant. And I think I might have been misinterpreting that. I think maybe what he's showing is over eagerness. He just really wants to be recognized and noticed as just a super awesome Jedi. So I think that is the reason why he's steaming his robes and why he's like, so startled when Master Soul comes in. He's so eager to please. So, pardon me. I think that has a lot to do with it. Also, Kymer, aka extra creepy Ezra Miller, played by Manny Jacinto. Kymer sounds like Chimera to me. I'm wondering if that's kind of a play on where Star Wars is known to do that. Soul, Master Soul. Soul is Spanish for sun. He's very light. It kind of demonstrates that he's this very light-sided person. So he's definitely the good guy. And we've got Osha, who's really great at making sure your workspace space is clean and safe for other people. So maybe she's, very protective. Just spitball in here. And Kymer sounds like Chimera. Maybe he's playing 2 sides. He has 2 faces. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yes, definitely use Chrome, Will. If you're using anything else, it's not going to be super helpful. And you have 11 minutes before the show starts. No pressure. No pressure at all. So yeah, that's my theory. I think that Manny Jacinto's character, Kymer, might be the masked Darth Visor. He's Darth Visor. He's the dark-sided Force user with the red lightsaber. I do have to say it was pretty funny though. He's like, an acolyte doesn't need a weapon. What'd you think, Darth? He thinks I'm right. Okay, he says I'm almost there. The Force is with me, but I'm not a Jedi yet, so Let me see if I can. Oh, my destiny lies with him. So I'm thinking, yeah, he's dark side one way or the other. So, what else, guys? What do you think about this this I don't even think it's a possibility anymore. I think it's going to happen, that they're going to establish this gender identity for the Force. Look, we all watched Clone Wars and Rebels. At least the people in the chat have watched Star Wars and Rebels. So we know that the Force has the father, the brother, and the sister. So I don't know why that's so important. I'm hoping it's Abeloth. That would be so cool. I mean, it would kind of line up with what they were doing with Ahsoka. Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's pop in and say hello. Hello there to the chat. We of course have my guest for this evening, Will Parker, Captain Wrecked. We have the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast, which I just learned. Scarif got its name from a coffee barista mishearing Gareth Davies' name. He said it's Gareth. She heard, or he heard, Scarif. Scarif. So cool beans. Cool beans. We got Megan. Hi, Megan. And I believe that's it for now. For now. We do have 12 people watching from what I see so far. So, sorry. Why did I say Garrett Davies? I don't know. Oh, Megan, I know. You're so excited that there was something I didn't know. There you go. Your day has been made. But before we go any further, guys, make sure that you have smashed the like button. If you're new, I hope you subscribe, and I hope you have the notification bell rang so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy content. Now, I did just drop a video recently, an interview with Fabian Nicieza, the co-creator of Deadpool. Before that, I had my video on Harley Quinn, and kind of a case study, a psychological breakdown of who she is and why it's so important that we cannot take this one very important aspect from her character and change it. We absolutely can't. It tears the whole character apart. So definitely check those videos out while you can. I don't know why I said Gareth Davies. Is there a Gareth Davies? Is there? Because my brain just flat out said Davies. I don't know why. We've got 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes before the Acolyte drops. Tell me, what are your expectations for this evening? Do you think it's going to be earth-shattering and completely destroy Star Wars and the fandom entirely? Do you think it's just going to be creative genius and take the franchise to new heights? Or do you think it's just going to be, hey, that's a thing they did? I don't know. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What do you guys have to say? Because I'm running out of things to say myself. And hey, I just noticed that Gina Carano loves Arcane. Very cool. So does Details. We've talked about it for like the last 2 or 3 days. He really loves Arcane. Aha! I am no longer dying up here alone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you Will Parker, Captain Rex.
I really hope this works. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah. Oh, that deserved an even better.
I literally never done streaming, so.
Well, I am so glad to be your first. Thank you for joining us.
Let me at least get in here properly with a hello there.
Hello there. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. For some reason, I keep trying to stream to Kick, and it absolutely is not working every time. It just,
I got no idea on Kick.
yeah, I don't know. I keep putting in the stream key. It doesn't work. So this is on Twitch again. We're on Twitch. We're on Twix, Twitter, X, whatever you're going to call it. And we're on the YouTubes. Hey, there's Nicole. Hello there. General Kenobi. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yes, there will be commercials. So here's the rule. Whenever I have an ad, I will yell poodoo or Dank Ferrick and everyone will pause so we can discuss or say whatever questions, comments, or emotional outbursts we have about what we've just seen. I'm very sorry that I refuse to pay more than $1.99 a month for Disney Plus. I
don't blame you. And there's my face a little bit.
Hey, now we have something to look at. All right, that's a
Like
great.
I said, I'm so new to it, it hurts.
It's a great shot of you as Obi-Wan.
Thank you. It's the most comfortable bathrobe I've ever owned.
And guys, I've burned myself like 5 or 6 times doing my hair tonight because of my ADD for no other reason. I'm now one of those people that I have to be doing 3 things at once or I can't focus or
I very
chill
much
the
know
F
that
out.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me earlier today. I was cleaning my house. I had something up on the TV. It was some kind of tutorial documentary on like Halloween makeup and crap for, messing up your face with zombie stuff.
Sweet
But at the same time, the audio's off on that, but I've got a podcast playing.
music.
So I'm like doing three things,
Yeah, that's
three things
usually
at
me.
once.
I'm usually editing, graphic designing something, watching TV or a podcast or something at the same time, or writing and some combination of those things. And then in between I go do actual farmer and mom shit. So
Yeah,
there's that.
I have the two jobs, just getting into the voice acting stuff. But right now I'm wrapping up a 20 plus year career with the Canadian Air Force. So they still own me. Well, they
Congratulations.
still own me for the time being. So hopefully within the next year, I'll
Well,
be a little
thank you
more
for your
free.
service, eh?
Much appreciated. Thank you for the support. We always love it,
Well,
especially these days.
being an honorary Canuck myself.
That has been verified. You are officially an
Yeah, that
honorary
is
Canuck.
and verified in triplicate. And Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling came and presented me with the medal. There was cake, there was puppers, there was
Right on,
poutine.
buddy.
That's really good.
Way to go, guy.
Yes, that's
As is tradition.
fantastic. That is fantastic. Love it.
You have
I'm a
been
real
officially
big
welcomed into the Canadian Corps, as is tradition.
well, this began when our buddy Charles from Conversations, I made some comments about the Great White North or I think it was Bob and Doug McKenzie's 12 Days of Christmas. It's not Christmas at my house
It's
until
a
we hear
great song.
it freaking is
And
5
a beer,
golden toques,
and a
4 pounds of
beer.
back bacon, 3 French toasts, 2 turtlenecks, and a beer in a tree. But
Those two were great. I mean,
uh,
I grew up on that stuff because
oh, me too.
I'm
I don't
old,
know how, but I
but
did. And so Charles was like, I think you're at this point now where you're just an official honorary Canadian.
yeah, glad to
The
have you.
Canadian stuff. Hey, thanks.
Glad to
It's
have you because there's a lot of shitty people in the world, and we'd rather have the good ones up here.
thanks. My family actually came
Sorry, I
down
don't know
here
about the sorry, I
from
don't know about the
Canada.
profanity thing.
Oh, it's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. My father's family is originally from France. They were artisans, and they heard that there was a lot of money to be made in fish and wine in Canada, eh? So they immigrated to Canada, stayed less than 100 years, then came down by way of the Mississippi River and stopped in Potosi, Missouri, the worst place on planet Earth.
I don't
So
know. I really don't know about that because I've been through Sioux Falls, and that place is
no,
just
I
no.
promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Potosi, Missouri.
I lived in
There.
Oklahoma City for 4 years. Actually, I literally moved to because I got posted down there. I was on exchange with the
I love
U.S. Air
Oklahoma,
Force,
by the way.
and I loved Oklahoma City. I fell in love with it, except the
Oh yeah, I
tornadoes.
love OKC.
Except the tornadoes. But I literally
Oh yeah.
I went on my house hunting trip to find my house a week after the May 20th, 2013 big one that rolled through more.
Oh.
Or sorry, I'd done my house hunting trip. I went back. I was back up to Alberta, and a week later, that tornado happened. And my boss in Oklahoma called me up, and he's like, "Hey, let me know if you need another house hunting trip, and if your house is even still there."
Lovely.
Yeah. I've lived a storied life.
29 Palms is not, Megan, by the way, real quick. Speaking of military posts, this is a Marine post. No, it's no grass. It's just a wasteland of
I've been
sand
to
and
El
smelly
Centro.
Marines.
I've been to El Centro, California. So yeah, that place probably about the same.
Yeah. Okay. It is officially 8 o'clock in the
What have we
Midwest.
got?
Therefore, it's 9 o'clock, pardon me, on the East Coast. So it is time for the Acolyte. So,
Perfect. I'm teed up whenever
are
you're ready.
we ready? To turn off my overhead light so I can see better. That is the Fire Stick remote.
Let me know
All
if my
right.
mic tries to pick up the TV or anything. I've got headphones in to hear you so
It's
that it
okay.
doesn't feedback loop, but
Let's press play. Let's go, guys. Let's find out what this mess is all about this week.
you doing the recap?
Just started. It was scrolling for a hot second. I got a commercial because
You got a commercial literally before the recap?
before anything, that's Disney for
Disney
you.
is they are ruthless. That's all right. I had to
I
totally
think
reset.
I think I'm on a list somewhere as associates with subversive individuals. All right, here we go. I'm on the recap.
Perfect. Yeah,
Oh, there he
I
is.
don't even want
Even
to know
creepier,
how many.
Ezra Miller. There's been another incident.
I
And
hear a
there's
lot of
Watu.
people. I hear a lot of people suspecting that junky apothecary looking dude is, I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, but
Chimer. Sounds like Chimera.
he's
Yeah, I think he's
yeah.
the guy.
People are saying that, but at the same time, I'm like, hmm, hmm.
She
Now
wants to kill you.
Kelnaka, I want to see that.
I want to see Kilnaka. I'm very excited. That's why he's on my thumbnail.
Oh,
Destroyed my
Wookiees are
life.
my.
She killed my family. This is rude. Oh, I can't. No, I
Yeah,
can't do it tonight.
Chewie is not my strong point.
Okay, it's starting. Get the helmets, some good looking helmets, except
Yes,
for
we
Kylo.
do. Well, yeah.
It's JP, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, there we go. I did it. And I believe it
We
would
shall
be
watch your
pronounced
career with great interest.
Kilnakra. Kilnakra. Because he has the extra C's. Here we go. Brendock. 16 years early. Great music, though. You gotta admit.
Oh man, I am like exactly synced up because that literally popped up on my screen exactly as you said that. Commercials are going to screw this all up for me. I know it. Hey, not to be that guy. I'm Canadian, but from that above view, those did not look like ordinary plants.
May or OSHA. And or.
Or what?
Oh, don't be mean to it.
Yeah, I'd say that's May.
You were wrong.
Never been good with twins anyway.
Bunta. Oh, Bunta's Eve. Is it Bunta's Eve? God, May's a little shit.
No kidding.
I'm gonna pull the wings off it next.
I don't want to do the ascension.
What's the ascension?
Sides. We do it together. Come on. Can we stay here a little longer?
No.
Go home.
Go home, May.
You're with me? I'm with you. Oh, shit.
So I wonder if this is a poem they created themselves.
They were taught because allegedly they were created.
Oh.
The rumors I've heard.
What are you doing here? How many times have I told you it is not safe out here?
Sorry for the quarrel.
There will be consequences for breaking
Nice
the
Zabrak makeup.
Oh.
Oh wow, that's not Dathomiri Zabrak.
Yeah.
Now, come with me.
Oh,
Their
Chat,
dark
what the heck's
side.
the other kind of what
They're
Iridonian?
Dathomiri witches.
Yeah, but they look like
Their
she looks
soul
Iridonian.
with his intro. Soul with his Justin Bieber do.
Yep. Let me know if you hit a commercial.
Poodoo. That's commercial. Okay, so
Yeah, that
what
looks
are we
like an
thinking?
Iridonian.
We've got a Dathomiri. We've got a Dathomiri Zabrak, and they're wearing very dark colored clothing, and they're being spied on by a Master Jedi. So I'm just going to take a wild hunch here and say this is a witch coven. This is a Night Sister coven.
Could very well be, but again, she's got very light skin for Dathomiri Zabrak. They're usually darker, so I think she might be Iridonian. I'm an
There
idiot.
could be more than one shade. We don't know.
In this show, there could be more than one anything.
This is very true. This is quite the commercial we've got on here. And if Brad shows up and he starts telling me things that happened 5 minutes in the future, I'm going to find him in Shreveport. In what part of the country he's in. I'm the worst.
I haven't been to Maine before.
He could, yeah.
Maine. I mean, the lobster's good.
Let's go find him in Maine.
Yes, that's where he is. Absolutely.
Oh, good Lord. I got 10 more seconds left on this commercial. And
all good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. Here we go.
This is where the fun begins. That's wild looking.
Yeah, visually stunning. Absolutely.
No matter what you can say about Star Wars, you can never say it looks bad.
It fits. It fits the original trilogy.
No, it's got the vibe for sure.
Yeah.
It's got the look.
Music. She's got the look. Music is great.
Those are not little girls who run away from home.
I'm not little anymore. Please, Mother.
Wait.
I want a spice cream.
Since when does Zabrak have those ears?
Maybe she's mixed.
Could very well be. Oh, Leslie Hedsland, are you doing too much with this show? We're gonna
Good
blend everything.
Lord, her hair is just incredible. Freaking love it.
I don't even want to know what the stylists had to go through to make those work.
Oh, Maria does amazing work. Go meet me in the common room for your training session. Okay, and that is Pacey's wife for the Gen Xers that remember Dawson's Creek.
Please don't remind me.
Did anyone see them? Oh. Knew it.
You want to say something? Speak your mind, Colonel. As our leader, I've always deferred to you when raising the twins. But you're too lenient. A firm hand is required.
Oh, I had this exact conversation with Dave today.
Twins are not normal children.
It's an old expression, go pick your switch.
No, you want to spend $500 on DoorDash? Go ahead, but you're not buying any wardrobe for that cruise, are ya?
woven through all of existence.
Ooh.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a Night Sister coven or just Darksiders
Yep.
in general, but
Some kind of force came to use it. But we know the thread is not a power we wield. Pull the thread. Change everything. Ties you to the destiny. Binds you to us. The power of one.
Interesting. The kids are being little turds in the background, of course.
I know they're like not even paying attention to the lesson.
And tonight, at the ceremony, you will experience the power of many. Pay attention.
Blast them with it, Mom. Whoop their asses.
Your enemies will not warn you before they attack.
There it is.
Parenting.
Block me.
So OSHA's afraid of the thread.
Osha, I expect more from you.
I do like the design of the Zabrak. I like her with the hair.
I do too. I'm just trying to
Curious.
figure out if that's just the tattoos look very Zabrak, but at the same time Night Sister. So
Did you see
it's
that?
What is troubling you, Osha?
She's nervous about to.
I asked OSHA, not you, May.
She's scared.
Sister Hansen.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the ascension, but that's how we become witches.
Boom.
there it is. Okay.
Said it. They said it.
I don't know if I want to.
Hey, Nicole. Heads up.
Of course you want that. No, you want that.
Yes.
I'm the whole problem. Isaac's with you? This dude says he's audited my YouTube channel and found many problems.
Oh, has he now? That's very
Yeah.
interesting. Oh, cool.
Hope it's all on YouTube's end because I'm perfect. Just kidding.
This is your sister. The thread tied you together before you were born. Tell her you love her.
I love you. I love you. Don't be afraid, Ocean.
Ascension is about walking through fear.
Oh.
It is about sacrificing a part of yourself. The power of men.
Definitely seeing the
The power
where she mentioned it was Frozen like vibes.
Yeah.
In life in this coven. That is because you are young.
And Ryan Reynolds was right. Do you want to build a snowman? Sounds exactly like Yentl.
Witches who have the abilities needed. You and your sister are special.
God, she's just gorgeous.
I want you to stay special.
What was that place?
Hoodoo.
Like,
That it looks like a real place. Like I want to look this place up. I want to take an opportunity to say something. A lot of you may know already, may not know, but the YouTube community lost a cornerstone, especially in the nerd comic book
Hell yes.
YouTube community. Comic historian Benny Potter passed away this weekend from a very unfortunate accident. Benny was a big part of what I do, a huge influence. I would be lying if I said I didn't defer to his work when researching for my own. That one kind of hit me in the feels. He was a really amazing human being, extremely cheerful, positive, happy, just happy to be here, happy. Felt very fortunate to have the career he did at YouTube. I mean, he's been doing this for over 10 years. There's a whole generation that grew up learning to love comic books because of Benny Potter. So if anyone is able, I know none of you actually are members of my Patreon. So I'm actually going to ask you to go to his Patreon. It's $2 for the lowest tier, but he left behind a family, and I think they could use it right now, if you don't mind. And it's back on. I'm going to stop being sappy.
All I'll say on that is he will be missed, and big cheers to him.
Sorely, yes.
I'll just raise my glass to him right now.
To Benny.
To Benny, cheers.
It isn't fair. I share everything with you, and you hide things from me or run off alone. I went out
Love
with
it.
you
They have their own personal stylists.
because I wanted you
I
to
hope they're
be
paid well.
all the time. But why? Because we're not the same. Of course we are.
Oh, snap.
You know, it feels that way because we're the only children here.
The only children there?
Don't you wonder what could be up there besides Brenda? No. Why not? Everything I need is here.
The sky's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm sorry. With the exception of maybe the holiday special, they never made a bad looking Star Wars. I will never, ever, ever unsee a golden girl pouring a drink into some dude's head.
Hey, don't you disrespect B. Arthur.
Hey, B. Arthur's a saint. I'm not disrespecting that. I'm disrespecting the weird guy with the head that opens up like a coffee pot.
This is more Zabrak.
Right, sister.
Mrs. Pacey Whitmore. She is stunning.
Luke Jackson's wife.
Yes.
Yeah, I grew up with the Creek too. God help me. What can I say? She was a cheerleader. She was cute, and she really liked the show, so I suffered.
They said exile. Nope.
Persecuted, forced into hiding, all because some would consider our power dark.
Uh-oh.
Unnecessary. We were on the brink of extinction. We were blessed with a miracle,
Miracle.
the gift of life.
I am very sucked in.
Yeah, Megan, I'm thinking the same thing. It's sort of like an initiate kind of thing, like welcome to the club.
Come, claim your destiny.
What the thread has tied together, no one can separate. Power of love, power of May ho understand. You vow upon my death to protect the secrets of our family and continue our legacy.
I do.
The marks.
Okay.
Listen,
Well, now I can tell them apart.
Rosha understand.
Rosha.
On my death to protect the secrets of our
Getting down to.
continue.
Everyone looks so happy. Just say yes. Really? Right now? Right this second? So May got whatever that was. So who we see as Osha is actually May. No, we saw May. She had the mark.
Yeah, May has the mark.
May has the mark.
And there's the 4 Jedi. I will say this. I will say this. They've definitely improved on the Wookiee makeup since episode 3. I mean, it was good, but they look chonky in episode 3.
I am Esther Indar, and these are my colleagues, Sol, Kalnaka, and my Padawan Torben. I am
Oh.
Mother of this coven. These women are under my protection. You are trespassing. Forgive our intrusion. We got this planet as uninhabited. We all know I'm dead anyway. Ignorant person. I find that hard to believe.
Mm.
And yet here you are, unannounced, armed.
Ah.
What do you want?
Osha was fascinated.
That you are training children.
What business is it of yours?
There are no children here.
Oh. I need to stop.
Come out. You won't.
You won't? Bieber cut. Beatles cut, more like it.
The wigs are getting better.
No.
Well,
Torben's
in some
last wig
cases, no, Torben's is that's just carrying on the episode 2 bad reshoot beard tradition.
May we meet your sister?
No, bitch. I don't know you. I just want a whole series of Carrie and Moss. Shut up. Shut your face.
Oh, did they just
you
do
shut
that?
your mouth when you're talking to me. So Anakin's just a
Yeah, right? Like one of many.
oh. I love you, Linus. I love him. I bet he gives really good hugs. I have a problem with boundaries.
I can definitely see that he's and the actor himself too is also a big fan of Liam Neeson and Qui-Gon,
Oh,
and you can see
yes.
that in his
Yes,
performance.
yes. I noticed that last week too.
He's the standout so far for me for this entire show. His
Oh,
performances.
what's
What
happening?
is that?
What's happening to King Tommen?
If you want your power and protect his family,
Oh, no, you did not.
Mama, I want to finish talking. Please let me take the test.
Mother and Saya, you cannot deny the Jedi have the right to test potential powers. With your permission, of course.
Yeah, with my permission. It's my kid. Poor Tommen.
The scouts
Who broke that guy's brain with whatever they did here?
Both girls. A sister too.
We appreciate your cooperation. Yeah, we're my advisors. Ted. No.
God, Jodie Turner Smith is a freaking stone cold fox.
I urge you to remain calm. One drop of Jedi blood and the Republic would destroy us.
True story, facts.
Who would miss them?
Trust me, the Order would miss them.
She don't know Yoda.
No.
He's on sabbatical.
Ocean wants to.
I'm on vacation, I am.
She is old enough to know what she wants. Let's not bring the girls into this world to use them to a bunch of deranged mugs. It is not your decision. It is mine. And I made it. I carried them.
Oh,
I created them.
What?
What happens if the Jedi discover how you created them?
So not like Anakin.
thank goodness.
Oh, old lady.
It's not the years, it's the mileage.
She looks like. Why can't I say her name? Maz Kanata.
Head needs to be angled 90 degrees. Her head was like a football.
Voodoo. Okay, so a lot of stuff just happened in the last 10-15 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
So initially we're like, what? Anakin's just been kicked to the side. He's just been given second place. What? Now we find out that this was intentional. Jodie Turner Smith's character created them and implanted them into Coral's womb. So that has a whole different. That's crazy. That is absolutely wild. So I'm sucked in. I'm very much sucked in.
Mandalorian artificial insemination.
And yes, Nicole, you're right. That's what we're talking about. At first, we're like, wait, that was a big like spit in the face of this guy right here.
Well, I mean, the
Yeah,
Plagueis
he's got
novel
issues with
did
it
go
too.
into.
But the fact that it was intentional, this was intentional. Shmiz wasn't intentional. This was something the Force did to get balanced. We got 30 seconds. There's and the Jedi kind of coming in like DFS, like, excuse me, we're actually in charge of your children. You don't really gonna say. Like, I don't know how I feel about that, but this episode really
I've
has
always done
me
that.
engrossed. I'm very engrossed. I'm very intrigued and interested in what's going on. Jodie Turner Smith is really making me question my sexuality, but that's fine. I'm at peace with it. And we're back.
All right, say when.
Well, it went like 2 seconds ago.
Okay. Nope, it's actually synced right up again. Thank goodness.
They pass. They take us away.
I think so, Isaac.
I never see Mama again. they take you, I will stop. No one's taking me. The Jedi are bad. The Jedi are good.
This isn't about good or bad. This is about power and who is allowed to use it.
Bad guy says what?
You're a very powerful girl. Now you want to be a kid.
Turn the camera off. You know what's happening. My hair looks really good in that avatar picture, I have to say.
Sorry, what looks good? I missed that.
But we still hunt. That doesn't change.
Lightweight.
Asthma. Asthmatic. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that then.
I'm old.
Sorry, same thing's happening here right now. So
I really want to see this test.
I'm kind of torn on the ship designs personally. Because I'm a big tech nerd when it comes to Star Wars. Like, that's mostly my thing is tech.
You have to lie about what? I missed something. Dang it. Lie about what? Everybody tell me so I don't have to be behind you guys. Kilnaka. What did she say to lie about?
I missed it. I didn't catch that either.
Talking.
All right, give me a sec.
You have to lie.
About the test.
Oh, about her parents. Okay.
No, just about the test. Said to lie and basically not
fail
be.
to purposely
Yeah.
fail. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm back to Kilnaka here. Sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. Does Kilnaka have a mohawk? Like, are the sides of his head shaved?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that's new.
Oh, stop it, Danielle. I want her so bad. Okay, I forgot my camera was off. Here we go. Oh, he's so cute. King Tommen.
After much training, yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, they really didn't give him a whole lot to do
His
except
midi-chlorian.
jump out a window in Game of Thrones.
Oh, poor guy.
Well, at least they didn't make him do the same thing when he died in the last episode.
A spaceship.
That's a love cat. Shut up.
Correct. How about this next one?
A mountain.
Yeah, now they know she's just blatantly.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I wasn't. Yeah.
Someone tell me to fail this test.
Your family doesn't want to be separated from you.
What do you want, Osha? I was younger than you are. When the Jedi tested me, I was only 4.
Oh, I love him.
Yes. But I knew I was different from my family. The Jedi saw how special I was. And I could see that in you, Osha. I was very scared to leave my family. When I joined the Jedi, I found out there were many other children like me.
There are other children here?
Thousands like us.
Wow. Poor kid. So lonely.
It's about another 100 years.
To say what you want.
I agree. If there's thousands, I want to see it.
I want to be a Jedi.
Then you must have the courage to tell the truth.
We should continue the test.
Okay, Andara. Okay, fine.
I will say this: the Jedi seem a lot more stuffy than they did.
I can handle stuffy. I can handle the stuffy, but portraying them as just out and out, possibly bad, is where I draw the line. Stuffy, I can handle. Stick up their butts, sure. Kilnaka just being adorable and curious. Yes, please. Don't do it. Anakin doesn't like children.
Mama, she promised she would
Rocket sand.
break her promise.
Oh,
Oh, but it was the right thing to do.
If everything was so simple, Osha.
I ain't gonna lie. You lied to me.
That man used his Jedi mind tricks on you.
No, he did. I told him I wanted to be a Jedi because I do.
You don't mean that.
I do. I want my own life.
sometimes parents just don't understand.
I want to see the galaxy.
It turned into a nightmare on their street.
What's wrong with you?
Go and take a walk, man. Take a walk with my girl. Now.
Mama! What's wrong with you? Mama! Mama!
Definitely the yin and yang thing going.
Mm-hmm. And they've talked about that.
Mama, I'm sorry.
Stop. Listen to me. Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force.
Hmm.
You get to make a choice, Osha. If you want to pull the thread, then pull it.
I'll never see you again.
You will.
I mean, really? Anakin saw his mom again.
Yeah, but that wasn't exactly a sanctioned mission.
Potato, potato.
I want to be a Jedi, Mama. I do.
Balance.
Let's discuss the situation. We will consider your wish when we do so.
Jodie Turner Smith is a freaking gift in this. I will give it that much.
The acting is absolutely spot on.
Chef's kiss. Miss Pacey
Wouldn't go
Jackson.
that far, but it's definitely spot on.
Actually, it's Pacey Whitman, but whatever. Pacey, yay. Good job, Mrs. Pacey. It's a lot more complicated when it's your baby, you know, when it's
Someone in the
body
chat telling
part.
me
Your children are walking, talking body parts, and
I've
trust
got
me.
2 goddaughters, no children of my own, but doom on anyone who ever tried to hurt those kids.
It's not up to you. You can't stop me. Yes, I can. How? I'll kill you.
Today is actually my oldest daughter's birthday. She's 20.
Oh,
And she,
happy birthday.
thank you, little pickle puss. She ran off to the big city. Went and moved to the big city. Oh no, what are you doing, child?
Well, they did say she started the fire.
Oh. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Oh, the amount of times I've heard that in my career.
Is she going to get help or is she running away?
I think she's just trying to get the hell out of there.
Out. So Canadian.
Well, I mean, I can go full Texas, y'all, but ain't nobody want me to do that.
I do like how they're showing how complicated feelings are when you're a kid. You don't know how to control them or understand what you're feeling. Wait, was that May running up the stairs? Yes.
Where's Mama? Where's Mama? Mama's dead. I'm dead. I'm you dead. I'm dead.
Use the force, Luke.
Kidding.
I got you.
You do you? You have the force.
At least they didn't try and rope in the.
I have neither
Stan.
found the Star Wars Oreos nor the True Moo blue milk, and I'm still disappointed. Like, I'm gonna have to make a trip all the way to Schnucks. Like, where you going, Tot? The door's shut. We're watching the Acolyte, homeboy. My dog's trying to leave. He's gonna start barking because he won't pay attention to the fact that there's totally a wide opening right there.
That's all good if you need
That is
another
incredible.
break.
That is a very nice shot. And
That should be.
no, we're still going. Ventilator.
Wow, we're actually over 30 minutes.
No back to tank, huh?
You're okay, Yoshi. You're going to be okay.
Why didn't
Props
you
to these
use the
child actors
force?
too.
Yeah.
What happened?
Why didn't you use the force?
They started a fire. It destroyed everything. You can't.
They... We have to go back. We have to get back.
We can't.
We must.
There is nothing back there. You're gonna be safe on Coruscant.
Unless they're lying to her, and that's what they took the barrage vow for.
Yeah, because we really didn't get much of an aftermath there.
So what we're getting in this episode is Osha's story. Varosha.
I always notice we don't see Kelnaka or Tommen. So I'm wondering when they went at each other.
Pudu, I've got an ad, so there must be more to go. Okay, that's a
Don't
lot.
we know it's Kelnaka who actually is the one who gives Tommen the scar?
I don't know. I don't know. We don't. I mean, so far that doesn't feel like. So far that doesn't feel like, you know, something that a bunch of master Jedi who are extremely understanding and all this stuff are supposed to be would take a brash vow about. So we're definitely missing some stuff, but so far I'm into this episode. I am really enjoying it. To me, this is heads and tails above episodes 1 and 2. So I think we've
Oh,
been
and that's just
fed
it.
a lot of misinformation, and
Well,
I
not so
got
much
30 seconds.
misinformation. Just yeah. I mean, people have
Well,
been, pardon
Meg
the
and
expression,
I,
shitting on this for weeks just because of who's involved. And yes, I do have my
no,
own
no, no. Well,
personal
here's
issues
the
with the
thing.
showrunner, but
Here's the thing. Here's something that Meg and I have been talking about for the last couple of weeks. We think that all of this is on purpose because it's free marketing. We don't think that Kathleen Kennedy and Lindsay Headland actually have these agendas because they have more money than they can spend at 100 lifetimes. What do they give a shit? And I'm back. We think that they realized it's amazing marketing. It's a lot cheaper. So why not?
I gotta say, I enjoyed that. Yeah, Danny, your mic's done. Danny, your mic's off.
What?
Your mic was off for like the last minute and a half.
You're kidding me. I didn't.
Every time you touch your mic, I'm hearing static. So I don't know if you got a loose connection, but
I don't want to have to buy another mic. Anyway, okay. Everyone can hear me fine now?
yes, voice actor problems 101. Believe me, I've been there.
Okay. Well, I feel this is heads and tails above the first 2 episodes. This one was not written and directed by Lindsay Headland, so that maybe, I don't know if that's something or not. But I really, and I've said this many times, I've really been hoping for Star Wars to get more into the religion of the Force, the religions of the Force, the mysticism, the magic. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more sparkle fingers, whatever, or what do you want to call it?
Green light.
That would have been kind of cool to see some of their witch coven's actual magic, other than invisible crystal ball like they're at a rave. But I really want to just grab the mic because I don't know what to do with my hands. Um,
See,
I'm
why I
super
don't use a
into it.
camera.
I'm super into it. But so far, they've definitely given us enough of the story to make me feel like I've discovered something, but at the same time, I have enough questions
Yeah,
to keep
I'm
me
kind of
hanging
in
on.
the same boat because initially, I mean, I don't know. They touted this thing as supposed to be a whodunit kind of mystery, and it's like, well, we
Mhm.
know who done it. But now I'm starting to see why May's on the revenge plot because we didn't really see an ending there for as far as so May obviously survived that fall. But when she
Yeah.
came to, the Jedi were gone, May's gone, or Osha's gone, and she has no ideas, but she knows who those 4 Jedi are, and that's why she's out to kill them now. So
Guys,
I understand the revenge,
the
and they were
ticker,
fantastic.
I've had on the bottom of the screen the whole time said last week on the Acolyte.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. Anyway, yeah, we've been lied to, like all week long, and this came to me from credible sources. So Disney did this. Disney fed a lie to a bunch of people, and it trickled down to us nerdy YouTubers, that they were going to change the Force on this episode. They were going to change, the Force was going to have a gender, and it was going to be, the Force is officially female. And we get to this episode, and nothing like that happened. It's just a new religion of the Force. They're just calling it the Thread. We were fed a lie so that the entire fandom would freaking lose its mind and fight with each other over it. so that they could get their numbers up for, because you can't tell me that the numbers for this episode are going to be phenomenal, because this
We'll
whole
see. They're still falling behind Ahsoka for the premiere. But yeah, but this episode I can definitely see it. But
oh, actually,
I'm of two minds on this. On
yeah.
one hand, yes, the show is going really well. I'm enjoying it so far. The story is good. I want to see where this goes. But on
Mhm.
the other hand, I don't agree with bullshit marketing like that. I don't like somebody throwing false shit out there just to get views. So
And
yeah,
that's what we have with Disney Star
unfortunately.
Wars these days, because they saw, yes, they saw the fans. They saw that Star Wars would trend anytime the fandom was fighting. Anytime there was something about Star Wars that one side liked and the other didn't, Star Wars was trending. And that translates to money. So they realized, why do we need to spend all this money in advertising when we can just get a little diarrhea, put a little stomach flu in there, you know? Let's
Well,
give
if they
them the
hadn't
old "I just
alienated the
scratched my
audience
ass"
for
handshake,
they hadn't
basically.
alienated an audience for the last 12 years, they wouldn't have to resort to this kind of marketing. They could just put out a spectacle and let people enjoy it.
I'm sorry,
But
I'm just incredibly, distracted every time you say "out."
uh,
Best friend of the channel, Kathleen Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think it was Kathleen Kennedy that subverted my expectations. I think it was whoever, I can't remember the two people that wrote this episode. I'll look it up so I can give them their credit. But I think it was Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy who figured out cheap marketing. I believe that they throw out those PR boxes. Like, we discussed the PR boxes, right?
Jasmine
Um,
Flournoy and Eileen Shim are the writers.
there you go. You found that before I did. I
I'm
pulled it up right as you were saying it. Um,
now who
so
is the director? That's my question. I
it
know
was
I think it's
Kanoga.
like a one name person.
Yeah, it's Japanese. So I'm probably wait, no, this one has the wrong information because it says Alex Garcia
Kogonada.
Lopez.
This one says directed by Kogonada.
Koganada. That was
Yep.
it. But on IMDb, it says uh Alex Garcia Lopez. So okay, so Koganada is the one who
The
directed.
problem with
I'm not.
IMDb is you kind of have to update your own stuff there. IMDb always screws that up on you. Like I
Yeah,
don't even
and
bother. I don't even have an
they're not
IMDb
even putting
profile
the
for me.
episode names
So
up because I've been checking. Oh wait, no, I'm on episode 4. That's my bad. That is absolutely my bad. I didn't realize it was on episode 4 because
wait,
I
is it
did
the
not.
same writers for the next episode then too?
Koganada. No, writers are Jasmine Flernay, Eileen Shim, Leslie Headland. Why is Leslie credited
Okay.
on this?
Leslie would be credited. No, Leslie's credited on the fourth episode. This episode was only the first two.
Well, this is episode 3, and on IMDb it says Jasmine Flurnoy, Eileen Shim, and Leslie Headland. So I
I'm
feel
looking
like,
at the credits to the show, and it only says
yeah, the
written by
credits to
Jeff
the show only
Flournoy
have
and
the
Eileen
Eileen
Shem.
Shim and Jasmine Flurnoy.
Well,
Flournoy.
because
Words are hard.
it's
But
because Leslie's
anywho,
got to collect 4 different paychecks from being a
of course she
director, a
does.
writer,
Of
a
course she
producer, and
does.
an executive producer.
Of course she does. But
God, if only I could
anywho,
do that.
I really hate that we were lied to, because let's see what Trick Imri, let's see his version of the Force that we saw in Rogue One. Yes, I would love, 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 love to see more of the monks. That is just, I want to see more of the mysticism. I want to see the magic. That's what really fascinates me. That and the Mandalorian culture and history. Like, can we just get a show about Mandalorian history? Because that would be freaking amazing. Um,
Maybe a
but
series on Tar Vizsla. How did the Darksaber come to be?
Exactly. Tar Vizsla, what a fascinating, yes, absolutely. And God bless Dave Filoni. Thank you for your service, sir, Mr. Filoni, sir, for doing what you can to bring legends into canon.
No, absolutely. I
Because
mean,
good for him.
the Legends books are absolutely amazing. My only honest gripe with this show is I have my own sort of headcanon as to the Sith lineage.
Mhm.
So at this point in time, it should actually be Darth Plagueis's master, who's
Ro, do you see what Ro just said? Wow, the internet is already mad at this episode. I don't understand
are
what
you
they could
kidding?
possibly. I did
Over
not
what?
guess that that would happen either because I can't understand what they would be mad about.
Hold on,
Maybe they're
I'm gonna refresh my Twitter and see what pops up.
maybe they feel like they're kind of poo-pooing on how special Anakin is. But again, you've got to pay attention to the details. There's a very,
Yeah.
very, very important detail. Jodie Turner Smith's character and her partner forced this to happen. They forced the creation of those twins. No pun intended, but they did force, they used magic to create these. Anakin was a creature of the force. Now,
Anakin was the balance.
in the comic books, Palpatine's spirit kind of like made him happen.
Yeah, but was
Um,
that truth or was that a vision? Because I know the Vader comic you're talking about where it says that,
mhm,
where he's like, "My boy," and he's got his
my
hands around
boy.
like Shmi,
Yeah,
and
that
he's literally like embracing Shmi with like a
yes,
big old
it's
9-month
creepy.
prego
It's
belly.
super creepy, super creepy. But
In the Plagueis novel, it worked out differently. Plagueis started fucking around with
mm,
midichlorians and doing his own little experiments and things like that. And in that interpretation, which is unfortunately no longer canon, Anakin was the Force pushing back against the Sith.
yes, he was
So
supposed to bring balance. So I'm gonna stick with that then. Thank you for telling me that the comic book story was debunked by Story Group, dude. Okay, so Anakin was the response to the Sith being dummies. There you go. So there's the nuance. There is the detail that's very different here. This
well, we
could
don't even know
be
what kind of witches these are.
right, but also the point I'm driving to is this could be the moment in time and space and everything that these witches forced the birth of these twins. They forced the creation of these twins. And so this could be the moment when the force is like, okay, not cool. Okay, I do what I want, plain and simple. And then the force starts its 150-year-old plan to bring balance back. Like these witches may have knocked things off balance a little bit by forcing these twins in. And so that kind of what sets things on this off balance course for some time. I'm not very familiar with the books. I'm a
That's
I'm
why
not
I'm here.
ashamed of it. I don't care. I'm just not. I was busy reading Anne Rice when these
Also great
books.
books.
Yeah, I love Anne Rice. Okay, if it wasn't for Anne Rice, I wouldn't be a published author. I wouldn't be a science fiction author. I'm going to start saying that from now on because apparently I am, and I'm cool with it. So
There you go. Ooh, Isaac, that's a good point. Abeloth is
I
something
want
that I would
Abelard.
be
Yes,
very, very, very interested to see, especially after the whole story arc with Balin on S.
yes, that's what I was saying at the beginning of the show when we were trying to figure out your sound issues. Um,
Yeah,
that
sorry.
when everyone, no, don't apologize. I've been there. Trust me, multiple times. Ask Ro. Um, but that's what I was saying that, you know, all these people were arguing on the internet that they were going to make the force female. It's going to be a female entity and blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's Abeloth. Nobody said a good force entity or a bad force entity. What if it's Abeloth? That's what they're talking about. Maybe
Like,
these witches were somehow, um, you know, worshiping Abeloth. So that would be super, super, super cool. Like maybe what they're doing is kind of handing down this mark of able author, whatever.
Megan has
Sorry.
a good point. Exactly. Oh, sorry, eh? Oh, I didn't
Sorry.
mean to do that. Well, no, that's actually not Canadian. That's more Upper Peninsula, Michigan. But
Who are you? Up Mr.
well, where are
King
you
High
from? Oh,
Pooh Bob up a butt crack?
I'm a Youper, eh? Gonna go down to Detroit and watch a Red Wings game.
Okay. So this guy, I don't know Bob. Hi, Bob. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Comics and Cosmetics. I'd appreciate a like. That'd be super cool of you. So you're saying America's most iconic entertainment lore is now woke garbage. So this is what hyper offended feels like. I loved this episode. I really liked this
I
episode. I didn't see anything super woke or garbage about it. To be fair, I mean everyone's totally has their own opinion, and that I think that's wonderful. First Amendment, good, that's awesome. But I personally, I liked this episode. There's some nuance to it. The acting was superb. The visuals, the cinematography, the music was superb. The writing was very good. Um, I'm never going to say this man's name right, and I don't know why I keep attempting to say so, but oh god, that's why I just keep calling him Master Soul.
That's fine. Use the character name. I
He's
totally understand. I'm terrible. I'm terrible with Asian names like
and
that.
I have kind of an adopted Korean sister. We grew up in Shriners together, and she would be extremely upset with me right now that I can't say his name. But
Yeah, I'm
I just
kind of
don't want to
hoping
say it wrong
Paul
and offend
Sun
him.
Young Lee
But
doesn't see me saying this. But yeah,
Master Soul,
I
this man learned English in 4 months to play this role. He speaks better English than I do. I'm just gonna say he's wonderful. He's so warm. Oh, what? What, guys? He's 9 minutes behind. 9 minutes in the show. I'm so lost. Anywho, here's the thing. I think the reason why I think Master Soul gives wonderful hugs is because he's so warm. He's just exuding this warmth, much like the sun.
he's
Very
definitely the standalone.
yes, he's just so warm and kind and this wonderful presence on screen, and I find it heartwarming and refreshing. The twin girls, they're actual twins that are playing the twin girls, did fantastic. I mean, acting's hard, period, but it's even harder for
Oh,
children
well,
when you
yeah, child actors. I mean, it's one of those things where you can find a child actor, but it takes something to find somebody who has sort of the emotional age to be
Mhm,
able to act
mhm,
and not just be a kid. And
yeah,
unfortunately, I feel like where that was a lot of the criticism of Jake Lloyd. Oh, he
poor
was too much of
kid.
a kid, and he was too much of a kid. And I'm like, well, yeah, he was
He's a
supposed to be. He was
freaking
supposed
kid.
to be the exact opposite antithesis of what Vader was. He was supposed to be the most sweet, cute, innocent kid in the world.
Mhm,
And and then you see over the course of 3 movies how he's corrupted. Now watching these, there's definitely more of an emotional depth to those characters, and props to those kid actors for pulling it off. Because wow, that it's not easy to do. It really
yeah.
isn't. I mean,
No,
dramatic scenes and things
acting
like
is
that.
hard. I mean, acting's hard. Acting's reacting, and when you haven't lived much life, you haven't reacted to much, so you don't know how. So it's impressive to see a child with that much emotional range, and for them to play so distinctly. I mean, good for them. This was excellent casting in my book. I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch it because there were a couple times I wasn't giving it my 100,000% attention. I'm not gonna lie to
Same.
you. The first two episodes, it took me several tries to. Oh my god! What just happened?
Use the force, Luke. Use the
Somebody
force.
used the force because my door just fell. I'm not kidding. Like my heart is still like I'm afraid it's gonna fall more because it's just like I'm gonna have to take a picture and post it because This
You
is
must learn the ways of the Force in order to put the door back.
I must, because I'm gonna be real with you guys. I took my leg off. I can't make it over there.
I mean,
Oh my goodness. Oh my
just don't let
goodness.
just don't let the door fall on that Vader behind you there. That'd be
No,
awful.
my boyfriend would absolutely shit a flat sideways brick. Like it, I'm not kidding. He
Which one is
never
that, by the way?
I'm sorry.
Who made that one? Or is it just a costume on a
It's a
mannequin?
Battle Buddy. That's all. I think it's Mattel. Is it has Mattel?
Okay.
I don't know. It's a Battle Buddy.
Sorry, I can't quite tell with scale just how big that thing actually is.
4
So it
foot
looks.
tall.
Oh,
And
okay. Yeah. Okay. Now that I see where you're at, for a minute there, I thought it was like the full life size. I was like, damn jealous.
his motion sensor. There he goes. He's got a motion sensor. He's got a saber.
Nice.
Dave got him
I
for me, and
I went way smaller. I got the Obi-Wan Kenobi cracked mask 1/6 scale, and it just showed up. And man, it's great. But I tell you, for the price, Hot Toys should really include a power cable.
yeah. Well,
You would
this one
think.
he doesn't. The saber doesn't light up. Dave and I are going to work on it to make it light up. He does have motion sensors and stuff. I think my dog was trying to get in, and he jumped on it. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Tiny. Tiny busted the door in because he. Way to go! Tiny is a Shih Tzu, okay, and now he's at my feet. Like, sorry about that.
Oh, so Tiny's not an ironic name then.
No, it is an ironic name. He's a Shih Tzu. Wait, no, it's not a. Yeah, that's what I meant.
An
It's not an
ironic name
ironic
would
name.
be an ironic name would be like my
Here,
pit bull
baby.
being called Tiny.
Where are you going? Anyway, um, Steve, you just knocked more crap over. What is with you tonight? What is with him? So he just really wants to be on camera. Anywho, what I've been trying to say,
Bean Stealer.
I got this, and I have a Flying V guitar that Dave got me. So I put it on Vader, and it looks like he's holding the guitar and everything, but
Nice.
it makes it too heavy this way, and so he would start to fall over. And Dave got really mad at me, and he said, "Hey, that's really expensive. It's two really expensive things. Like, you don't know what I went through to get those." And if you knew Dave, he is the actual epitome of ain't nothing to get excited about. Nothing to get worked up about. But he gets worked up about this Vader. Okay. He gets worked up about this Vader. So if he
I
gets
don't blame
knocked
him.
over, Ro is turning Tiny to the dark side. I believe it. Ro is using the Force to communicate from Chicago to tell my dog to destroy my studio because I won't give him any more cheese.
What must be done, Lord Tiny? Do
Lord,
not hesitate to show
he
no
is
mercy.
Imperial, by the way. He is an Imperial Shih Tzu. So it makes total sense because there he is.
And we should watch his career with great interest.
You should, because his career is amazing. His career is better than mine.
No, that's awesome. A friend of mine, the one who cast me in that fan film, she has two cats. One of them's name's Cassian, and she did this Photoshop thing of him, kind of like her. She did this Ahsoka poster, which was fantastic. I mean, whoever her photographer is out of this bloody world. But she did an Ahsoka poster in a full-up cosplay that's out of this world. But then she photoshopped in the cat in the same pose. And it's like literally just a cat holding two lightsabers with like the Ahsoka markings on his head.
Well,
It looks so funny.
This poster I made myself, and I'm very
I
proud
love
of
it.
it. Thank you.
I love
That
it.
is Tiny. That absolutely 1000% is Tiny. This might be my mother. Mom, if that's you, blink twice. Don't text my phone because I can't answer my phone and text you and stuff when I'm producing a show, because trust me when I say it's 1000% producing a show while I'm trying to be on the show. Anywho, yeah, I made that myself and I'm super proud of it. It's one of my
I love it.
favorites. It's one of my favorites, but he's an Imperial Shih Tzu, So my mother is actually the one who made the point that, well, then you should make him look like Palpatine. He's Imperial. Because I was doing stuff like, I don't know if I have it on here. I don't. But I actually made an adorable little thing called Imperial Tiny, and it's him as a Chinese emperor.
Oh, nice.
I thought it's perfect, and my mother's like, Imperial, obviously that's the dark side. I did get Star Wars from my mother. Here we go. I'm not sure which ones these are. I'm gonna try to pull them all up. What's the one I want? Because I did this one, and here it is. This is what I made of my dog as like a Ming Dynasty Chinese emperor, if it'll ever load. Because monks bred these dogs for thousands of years to be comfort animals. And that's why they're so lazy and cuddly. And Shih Tzu or Shih Tzu or whatever, however you want to pronounce it, is actually Chinese for little lion. And that's my work of my Emperor Tiny.
I like it. I like it.
And
My
it's
buddy
available
had
to
it.
purchase.
My best friend had a half Shih Tzu, half pug. So picture a pug with the hair of a shit. The dog looked like an Ewok.
My
Like
dog looks like an
literally, she
Ewok.
looked.
You shut your mouth. He is the Ewok baby.
No, this one looked like an Ewok that could lick its own eyeballs. It was just half Shih Tzu, half
Okay,
pug.
that's not cute at
She was
all.
oh, she was a weird look. If I find a picture of it, I'll DM it to you
So you
later.
guys can buy that poster. You can buy that poster, and you can buy that design on literally anything. There's even dresses. I have these really super awesome Emperor Tiny Return of the Pup dresses and shirts and stuff, but you can buy the poster at the Etsy store. So Megan, you said you wanted the poster. Go right here and you can get the poster. I'm super proud of it. You can also, I don't have Redbubble anymore. No, I do have Redbubble. It's TeePublic. I don't have anymore because Disney had them nuke my freaking account.
Yeah,
Um,
Disney's big on their copyright stuff
well,
on
and
certain sites. On other
and it
sites,
was
they don't
certain
give a damn.
sites, and it was ridiculous what they napalmed me for. I don't even remember what it was, but it was ridiculous because it was
Well, I
definitely
mean,
covered under parody. But anyway, I
well,
really
Disney knows
like.
at this point if they shut down third-party makers for guys who are like making lightsaber or guys and gals, I should say, that are making lightsabers and homemade droids and all that kind of stuff. They know if they shut that down, the fan base they'll never be able to make up for that market ever. Absolutely.
There's, man, I tell you what, when
Like
I
I said, keep me on the
realized
rails, or I could make this a 3-hour talk.
when I realized what was going on, that this was all manufactured for free advertising to get streaming numbers. It really changed the game for me. It makes you look at other YouTubers, other podcasters that are so inflammatory on either side. It makes you look at them at a totally different light. It makes me look at them like bought and paid for. Like the guys who get all the PR kits and they're like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Oh, this is so great.
Actually,
They're bought and paid for.
me and Brad had a conversation about that the other day. Well, a short conversation about that the other day over Twitter, talking about how the influencer box that went out for the Acolyte was
Mhm.
basically absolutely nothing anybody with male genitalia would use.
I like the ramen bowls. Wait, I have lady parts, but still, ramen bowls are
No, but I
ramen
mean,
bowls.
it came with what? Like, from what I saw, it came with like skincare stuff and
Hot
like,
dog. I am a lady content creator. Y'all could have sent that to me, comics and cosmetics. I'm like,
yeah,
hello.
well, they send it to a bunch of people with beards. So,
Well, beards need love too. I did hair for almost 20 years. Okay. And I took care of a lot of beards. I did hot towels and all kinds of treatments. So a lot of skincare involved with beards. Because let
no,
me tell you something.
I saw that, and I mean, I've noticed specifically with the influencer boxes, they're kind of turning into loot crates at this point, and loot
Sweet.
crate
I
wasn't
want a
that
loot
great.
crate. That's why I got into
They
this
used to be
business
good.
for free stuff.
They
Okay.
used to be good.
I don't get I had a beauty subscription, but I've never gotten into the loot crates. Um, but come on, please send me some stuff. I just want the free stuff. I'm gonna say whatever I want, but you can send me
And
free
that's
stuff.
and that's why they won't, because we will both give this a there's good things about this, and there's obviously criticism about this
Right.
that I have
There's
too. I
some
mean,
legitimate for me, all the
not to
criticism pretty much lies in the first 2 episodes. There were some gaping holes, things that didn't make sense, some things that don't really line up with the Jedi's indoctrination, their ideology, things that just didn't line up for me in that. There are definite holes in the writing, in some of the acting, most notably the green meanie. Okay. We all know
yeah,
who she
she's
is.
dour. She is
That
dour.
bitch.
Like, that's the only word I can use is she's dour.
She was absolutely awful to people on set. Um, just
I don't doubt it,
absolutely terrible.
because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna you know what, I'm not even gonna go there, but
Well, it
I
is
think she felt
nepotism.
her britches were a lot bigger on the set than they actually were because
She
of who she's
cussed
married
out a
to.
Grammy-winning R&B artist and one of the lead puppeteers for Lucasfilm for the last 12 years. She cussed him out because he gave her direction. Cussed him out, made him
Wow.
feel about this big, and this is the kindest, most gentlest, wonderful human being on planet Earth, and
There's
he
no excuse for that.
very humble man, and he actually said to me, "She didn't know who I was." I'm like, "Bitch, do you know who I am?" Okay? Like, she was just absolutely rude, but and I was somehow I forced myself to compartmentalize that, to put that aside and watch this as a critic. In the first 2 episodes, I had issues with. I
Same.
had issues with the way we've had fire in Star Wars before. And yes, for a very short period, like we're talking a second, maybe 1.5 seconds, you can have fire in space. And all the other fires I've seen in Star Wars seem to shoot outward vertically and then go back down. And you can
Yeah.
see the red glowing on the inside. This fire in the first episode
Campfire.
moved very slowly and it
It was a
just stayed
campfire.
there. Yeah, it was a campfire. And I said while it was happening, like, I feel like I need to roast some weenies. What's going on here? Why is this happening? I have issues with that. And a lot of people come down on people who have issues with that. Like, oh, it's
I have no issues
fictional.
with fire, and that's just it. I have no issues with fire in space, but for the love of God, make it look good.
Make it
You know, make it look good.
exactly.
Like
It's
it.
not, and that's what I've said multiple times on the interwebs, that it's not the fire per se. It's the fact that it's just like it's super cash. It's just this super casual,
Oh, I know, and
slowly burning fire.
I even had somebody go off on me the other day because I was whining about it not being, apparently, about it being a campfire and just kind of being a fire in space, and then I had somebody try to completely go off on Newtonian physics on me on Twitter.
They yeah,
Like,
I've
there's no
spouted the
momentum in
science
there's
right
no
back
blah,
to
blah, blah
them.
in space, and I'm like, well, if the ship is moving and there's fire shooting out the side of the ship, should it not be raking back along the hull because it in itself is creating a flow?
Well, and then also you have there were people who would say, "Oh, the flammable gas." Sure, flammable gas, but why
Make it
isn't
look like a
that said
blowtorch.
flammable gas catching fire behind it, and you can still see this gas shooting out? Like, why isn't that shooting flames? Anyway, that we're getting
Yeah, we
off
totally
the
are, but
point,
anyways,
way too far from the track.
I'll just chalk it up to that effect could have been done way better, and
And
it's
the whole
one of the
complaint.
criticisms I have of the show. As for the
Right,
rest of it,
but
I'm thoroughly enjoying it, but that kinda took me out of the moment.
and that's what I've said before, and then you catch a lot of crap for, "Oh, that's silly little thing to." Listen, my whole view on it, and then I wanna move on from the space campfire entirely
Sure.
because 'cause we're kinda
Absolutely.
fixating. But my whole point was that, okay, Isaac's got a great point. Shields create a pseudo atmosphere. That's a really excellent explanation. But my point
It's
was
true.
true. It is very true. My point was, when you create a fictional world, whatever that fictional world is, whatever the fictional world's rules turn out to be, you can create those rules. You absolutely can. However, those rules have to be consistent, or else it's just utter chaos. And that's what takes people out of the moment. It's the fact that these rules are not consistent. We don't know what's really going on here from one second to the next. But that's all I'll say on it. Isaac has a really excellent point. The shields cause a pseudo atmosphere. I've never thought of that before. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. For me, standouts of the episode, Jodie Turner-Smith, absolutely 1000%. She gave a wonderful performance. She's way good looking. Holy shit. That woman is absolutely gorgeous. Everything about her is flawless. And she played her role excellent. Soul, obviously, Soul is still just eating up every single scene. These children, the two girls, the storytelling is really good. I love the mystery behind the mysticism. I want more of that. Give me more of the Force mysticism, please. That's what Star Wars needs. Instead of rehashing the same, trying to find their new Luke, Leia, and Han, which it's clear that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to find their new cornerstone characters to move the franchise forward. Instead of focusing on that, let's take a peek at this part of the story, which has been there the whole time, that we've never really inspected at all. So I think this is an excellent direction. The mysticism, wonderful, wonderful. Of course, again, the aesthetic, the music is just
Hair,
perfect.
makeup, costuming. I mean, I know Shauna
Um,
Triptych had nothing to do
I'm
with this
not
one,
gonna.
but you can
That's a
feel her
con for me.
influence. Yeah,
That
well, not just you
yeah.
can feel her influence, at least that there's
Mm.
still some of her spirit alive in the costuming for this.
Oh, the
That
costuming. I like the costuming. Roe does not. I like the costuming. The
I'm
makeup.
now I will say I'm not a huge fan of the yellow Jedi robes,
That's High
but
Republic, though.
yeah, it is, and they've always been sort of, well, for actually in one of the books, I think it's actually one of the Bane novels that they actually talk about one of the Jedi from sort of that era of not so much this part of the High Republic, but right after, Bane does his thing. There's this one Jedi that's out there, and I guess he's wearing like sequined robes and like he's wearing like full up gilded like stuff and all that, and he flies like a ship that looks like a space galleon for some reason in that. It is very, very confusing. But I want that was one of, and the reason I keep bringing those books up is up until now, those were really the only major explorations of the mysticism that we had. Was we had a couple of these Sith stories, then we had books like Plagueis, and then we had Karen Travis's Republic Commando books, which gave us a ton of Mando and clone lore that
Yes.
has leaked a little bit into the shows, but I would love to see more of that. Personally, I'd love a Clone Commando series, but I mean, make it dark, make it gritty, make it like actual commando missions, like the way it's written in the books. I there's a lot of anyways. I'm getting way the heck off course here, but I mean, yeah, with the mysticism and things like this, I like seeing these stories. I want to know more about the Sith. I want to know more about what they're doing in the shadows, behind the scenes, trying to undermine the Jedi at this point. Or yeah, Lord Hoth's protege, Isaac, his Lord Hoth's former Padawan. I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head, but yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. But
Well, you brought up makeup.
oh,
I have serious issues. First of all,
with
you're looking at him. What they did to this beautiful little baby right here, they did him
oh
dirty. And look,
yeah, that's
you
not
can
like
see you can see the line of demarcation on the skull cap. It's right freaking there, and it's so blearingly obvious. And you can actually see it lifting on the left side here.
Yeah.
You can see it lifting. That is so amateur. I'm sorry. I'm an amateur, and that's freaking amateur. This
No,
is
and
bad,
whoever did the scar has obviously never heard of rigid collodion,
right?
because that stuff actually
This is
sinks your skin.
yes.
This
These
is
are.
a puffy scar. It's not a sunken scar, which, to be honest, I would have expected. But yeah,
I'm
the
going
beard.
to
Oh,
tell
and the beard.
you.
Oh,
I sent this to the former head of hair and makeup, special effects designer.
yeah.
For Lucasfilm, and his response was, "What the f was that?" And I
Well, I
told
mean,
him, and he
if
said,
you pull up
"What?"
Ewan McGregor from episode 2 with the bad reshoot beard, and I think that's kind of
Well,
where
and
this might
it's
actually take the crown from that.
it does, because not only is that, different movie, whatever, different artist, but it was 20 something years ago. It was 20 years ago. 20, almost 25 years ago. I always know how old the prequels are, because I was pregnant with my oldest when I went to see Phantom Menace. But anyway, that was 25 years ago. Our technology, our knowledge, our experience has really grown since then. And this is just lazy, not just in the hair and makeup department, but in post. In post, they didn't notice this to clean it up. That's not good. That's not
Well, I
good.
mean, no offense, as a person who has a beard, I don't ever recall my hair growing like
No,
that.
it doesn't automatically grow Amish.
Hair doesn't curl like that. Like, that requires work to do. Like,
For it, well,
if I get out of the shower, I look like friggin' man of the mountain.
and listen,
And this guy
he's
hasn't moved in 10 years.
that's what I'm saying. He hasn't moved in 10 years. That's how his hair looks. That's how long it's grown in 10 years. That's his beard in 10 years. He doesn't even have stubble up on the cheeks,
No.
where your beard grows all the way up your cheekbone. Okay.
Well, most cases.
Most cases, that's absolutely typical. Normally, if he was having issues with growing a full face beard, you would see some bald patches over around the corners of the mouth, like just up from the corners of the mouth. You would see some gaps there. I'm the expert. I've seen a lot of patchy beards in my day. This isn't patchy. This is shaved this way. His hair is cut and it is styled. This is his hair naturally. Super curly.
Yeah.
You're telling me. Now, this is,
You also want to tell me in 10 years he aged 40 freaking years? Like,
yeah.
he's a Padawan. So go back to that last picture. Yeah, like there, he's supposed to be what, 18, 19 maybe?
Yeah.
Definitely under 20. So you're
Mhm.
supposed to tell me by 30 years old he's on the next picture?
Well, again,
That's a that's
we've
a
also
hard-lived
got
life.
Ewan McGregor and Sir Allen Guinness.
Yeah.
The difference there. So maybe it's some tongue-in-cheek acknowledgement of that, or maybe they just decided to cut corners, and maybe they shouldn't have fired their amazing makeup artist because of some BS. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, no, this
That took
isn't
me
good enough.
right. It took
This
me right out of it. They could do better.
Yeah, this isn't good enough. The makeup on Jackie could be better. It looks flat white to me, and
Yeah,
even
there's
if her skin,
not enough contrast, or
well,
what's
not enough skin
shade.
detail.
In addition to that, there's nothing to really break it up. It's just white. Like, there's no contour to her cheekbones. There's nothing in her eye. Like, they have a little bit of detail around her eyes, but I mean, for the rest of it, it's like, if I took a picture of that with a camera flash, like, all I would see is her eyes.
Yeah.
It would be like taking a picture of a bald guy with the camera on.
Well, and
Like,
she has no skin detail, um, I can't find my. Oh, here it is. This palette right here. Okay. This is what we use. I just dropped a grape. Don't touch that, Todd. That's not good for you. This is a skin complexion palette for special effects. This is
Oh, you
what
got the green meanie in there too.
well, that's for veins.
I know. I know.
But this is what was used on Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. This is what specifically this was used on Rosario Dawson for Ahsoka. Not this box. I bought my own.
Yeah.
But this is a very specific thing that you 1000% need for special effects makeup on creatures. Because when you look at human skin,
Oh yeah.
I'm not just this peach color, whatever you want to call it.
No, there's variations, there's splotches, there's
there's
patches,
swatches.
there's
I have
veins,
skin
there's
damage. There's freckles. There's moles. There's veins.
pores.
There's all kinds of stuff. Pores. You use this to create that. And I don't see any of that on Jackie. I just see flat white. I don't see definition. And it's very Halloween to me. It's very costumey to me. And that's one thing that you're supposed to be trying to avoid when doing special effects is you want realism. You want realism. And for me,
Just it. It's the
Jackie is kind of lacking that. And maybe I'm nitpicking. Maybe that's a nitpicky thing. But I will say this. Episode 3, best one so far.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
on
giving
all
that
fronts.
that.
I
The
love
last ones I'd have put it around a 6, maybe a 7. This I would put around an 8 or an 8.
well, I had
8.5.
the first 2 at kind of a 5. It was just kind of meh,
Yeah.
for me, kind of mid. This one really bumps it up. It's really good. The Zabrak makeup, I loved them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I mean, just even some of the makeup that you saw in some of the background sisters there
Mhm.
that were like, it wasn't quite
Agreed.
Zabrak. There was something else that was there. I can't for the life of me think of the species that she was,
There
but
was a Twi'lek.
yeah, I know there was a Twi'lek there, but I'm that she had something else protruding out of her head, kind of like Jackie, but not horns. It was almost like fingers hooking out of her. She looked like a half human, half axolotl kind of thing. But yeah, the fact is, it looked good. I mean, there was subtle variation. I mean, there was striation in it.
And I
Had
wonder who their set design is, who their production designer is, because they're doing a bang up job. They really are. And man, there's like one person I really hate to tell them that I really liked this. So they still don't have a name for the episode up on IMDb. That's super weird. They really kept this one hush 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 because normally you see that stuff the day it drops, before it drops, or at least a day or two before. And
this one's called Destiny by Disney Plus, but
yeah.
yeah, IMDb is slow to update sometimes.
Sorry,
Sorry, I'm rolling through the credits right now, trying to find the production designer.
Sophie Becker and Kevin Jenkins. You are
Okay.
doing amazing. Okay. I'm super. James Friend is the cinematographer. Of course, Michael Abels doing the music. Those guys are just killing it. They're absolutely killing it. Excellent, excellent job. Yeah, I liked this so much better, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. So I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna be I feel generous. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm definitely going to rewatch it. It definitely has rewatchability for me. So
Yeah, it's a
I'm making it an 8.
tentative 8 for me as well, on that. But yeah,
Hot dog.
we'll see if I up that or drop that after I do another couple rewatches. I watched the first 2 episodes again a couple times today, and yeah, it was this has definitely been the best of the bunch so
Yeah,
far, and I'm hoping they continue the trend, and it gets better and better from here. Because yeah,
awesome.
I feel like they've had some shows where they've had oh, great episode, and then it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
the next episode was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Well,
Now, I mean, the one thing I will say for this is it's got to be a little bit of hell on some of the reactor channels because I
I'm
mean,
almost afraid
I
to.
haven't really found it like so far. There hasn't been any of those like whoa moments at all in this.
Yeah,
Like
I haven't had
I haven't had anything that I haven't had anything that's really kind of you haven't had that epic sort of moment yet. So I'm hoping it's going to be if it is a slow burn, I'm hoping it'll be a nice build to something with that. Like watching Kalnaka friggin' go ballistic is gonna be epic because yeah, I mean Chrysanthemum on Book of Boba Fett. Sorry, boys over at Scuttlebutt, but I mean Chrysanthemum was awesome, and I mean he was a
Mhm.
badass. But now you factor in a Wookiee
Thank
with
you, Brian Sipe.
a Wookiee with the Force and a bloody lightsaber that's not animated, and like I want to see
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, I
I
want
want
to
to see
see
a
too.
big
I need more
POD.
Kilnaka. Like I feel a little gypped. That's really my only complaint right now is that I got like 2 seconds of Kilnaka. Like, no,
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna need more. That's a little unfair. It's a little unfair that they're really pushing Kelnaka, like all the marketing and stuff they did with him. Like they really want Kelnaka to happen. Well, if you want Kelnaka to happen, then you need to make him happen. Like 3 seconds is not enough, madam. We need more. But on that note, I
yep.
want to thank Will. Will is an awesome voice actor. He has a YouTube channel, and you can follow him on Twitter and YouTube. I've got all his stuff linked right here and in the
Thank you so much.
description. I'm
Thank you. Absolute pleasure to be here and
I'm
awesome.
so glad.
My despite the tech issues at the beginning, I think I've
Listen, it
finally
would
got it
not
figured out. If you ever want to have me back, I would be glad to.
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. And it would not be a comics and cosmetics show without a technical difficulty. Okay. I'm just saying right now, like
well,
something
hey, it wasn't yours
always
for once.
my door busted open. Okay.
That's not a technical
My
issue.
door fell. And
That's the damn house falling apart. Is what that is. That's not a tech issue.
wait till you guys see this picture when I post it because I heard that crazy noise like a thump and then it nah and then and then I looked over and I was like, okay, so what the heck? Force ghost. It was tiny. This little guy right here. But thank you, Will. I really appreciate having a partner watching
Oh,
the show this week.
it's great.
I had a
I've
great time.
enjoyed it. Oh, same here.
Um,
Thank you so much again for having me on again. If you ever want to do it again, I'm
oh
totally
yeah,
on board.
I will totally let you know.
I can't guarantee next week. It depends on my work schedule because, like I said, the Air Force still technically owns me. So, but yeah, anytime. And as for that picture, to quote a certain count, I'll be looking forward to that.
Uh, I better put this up because I do have to pee. Everyone knows
No,
that this means the show is over.
I will let you
Um,
sign off and take
well,
care of that.
you
Thank you again for
sit
having me.
still, sit still. I have a whole thing I do. You
Okay.
just shh.
Yes,
So you
dear.
guys know on that note, I do have to pee, but thank you, Will, for joining me. And if you guys would mind, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy content. Please follow us on all the socials. If you would like a list of all the socials that we are on, you can look in the description below. You can also check out comicsandcosmetics.squarespace.com, where you can find all the latest updates, links to videos, looks galleries. Tiny has his own page, okay? And you can buy him cheese. We're also very, very proud and privileged, honored members of the Red 5 Network, where we look good in red. We are the podcasts you've been looking for. If you can't find a podcast that perks your interest at red5.bio.link, you're boring. Okay. There's nothing for you. If you would like to support the channel, I have several options for you to do so. First and foremost, we have an Etsy store and we have a Redbubble store. You can go to either one of these. They are listed below as well. All the cool stuff that I make, all the designs you see, Imperial Tiny and Return of the Pup are there. You can get those yourself. There's also my Patreon. You can go to my Patreon and you can sign up for as little as $3 a month. You can sign up for $9 at least a month, and then you get extra early access to videos, behind the scenes, outtakes, tutorials, and you get free merch. All tiers get free merch, I believe so. Yeah, all tiers get free merch, but the bigger the tier, the cooler the merch, and you get that every 3 months for your first year. And we also have this super cool QR code right there above Will. That is our buymeacoffee.com. If you scan that or go to the URL below, you can tip me as little or as much as you like. And it really, everything goes towards keeping this channel going. So I appreciate absolutely everything. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the chat. Thank you so much for watching the Acolyte with me again. And yes, Megan, everybody, we will be doing this again next week. We are going to do this every single week. We're going to watch every episode live here, react to it live here on Comics and Cosmetics. So I was getting there. I'm sorry, Megan. I'm sorry. But thank you so much, everyone. I've been Danny. He's been Will. You've been awesome. And I will see you in the next one. And remember, check under your beds tonight because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!